Monday Night Raw is in Houston, Texas tonight in the Toyota Center. And we are 2 weeks away from Money in the Bank. This is the second last Raw before the Money in the Bank. And I'll be quite honest, I am very, very, very down on the WWE product right now. I am not into it. I don't care about wrestling at the moment. I am very down on that product. The last few weeks have been horrible. I mean, it's been dead period. I think it's because there's nothing to build up, because Money in the Bank is such a long time away from Backlash. There was a 6-week gap, and I think that's just too much, because whenever you have too much of a gap, everybody just goes lazy, and they phone it in, and there's playoffs right now. There's the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Capitals and the Golden Knights, and I remember last week was game one. The Knights won. I thought, Knights might win this series. It's 3-1 now. Capitals crushed them again. But for Raw, again, just not into it. Elias comes out. He's cutting a promo, knocking some stupid sports teams that no one gives a shit about. Seth Rollins comes out. He wants revenge last week after Mahal beat him up, and then he was attacked by Jinder Mahal, and Roman Reigns comes out, and now we have a tag match. You're fucking kidding me. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins against Jinder Mahal and Elias. Of course. Kurt Angle makes the fucking tag match, of course. Elias pinned Seth Rollins in the match, so I guess it's Elias and Seth at the pay-per-view. They're doing something with Kurt Hawkins. Wait, what the fuck? Kurt Hawkins is now wrestling James Harden. I don't think that's actually James. Yeah, it's not actually James. Oh, I must have read that spelled wrong. That's not James Harden. No way. Is that? I saw the clip. It was just some local jobber they call James Harden. If you know who James Harden is, he's the point guard, for the Houston Rockets. They lost the Golden State Warriors last week on Raw. They were eliminated, and the Warriors are up 2-0 against the Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. So, some sports updates, because I'm more interested in that in the show right now. Anyway, Harden wins by DQ. They have Hawkins. Look, it's just a complete joke. They show Sally and Ronda Rousey backstage. Who cares? It's just so boring. Kurt Angle's talking to Baron Corbin and about what happened last week. And I think it was just horrible. I mean, they're going to do this. I'm just thinking to myself, Corbin's an authority figure. It's like, I can't watch Raw. I can't watch. I'm so happy I'm not watching anymore. I'm just looking at the spoilers. And Nia Jackson's house was probably the biggest match on the show. The match was okay. And Natalya, they did this thing when Natalya got hurt. Nia Jax pinned her with the Samoan drop. So after it, Natalya's grabbing her knee. She unzipped it, and then Ronda's checking on her. Nia Jax pushes Ronda Rousey into Natalya, and then they're helping Natalya, so they're building something up. Okay, yeah, I can tell what the angle was. Even though I didn't see it, yeah. Natalya's probably winning Money in the Bank. Her or Alexa, one of those two. Her or Alexa. But I think it could be Alexa, but the way they built this up, it's even if Natalya doesn't win Money in the Bank, I guess she doesn't have to do the feud at Ronda, but that the feud at Ronda's coming. After Ronda, I think will beat Nia. I think Ronda's beating Nia for sure. Even if she doesn't win the belt, there's no way she's losing to Nia. It'll be a DQ or something. So they're doing Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn. This feud just is terrible. Renee Young's interviewing Bobby Roode, and he's horrible. He's just terrible as a babyface. It's garbage. Bobby Roode's against Braun Strowman. I wonder who's going to win. Yeah. Horse Strowman beats Bobby Roode. This show sucks. Charlie Caruso's interviewing KO. Again, it's like the show has no momentum right now. He's talking about he wants to win the Money in the Bank contract. So they show Natalya backstage, and Nia Jax comes in to apologize. And I think it's just like they did this whole thing with this whole angle. It's like it's horrible. This whole Nia Jax Ronda Rousey feud sucks. I don't know. I didn't like it. The way they're just using Natalya's injury, it was not good. Hardy and Bray Wyatt, they're doing an interview before their Battle Royal to face who faces them. So you have the B team win, which I think is just, oh my god, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt against the B team. At least it'll be on the pre-show, I hope. Man, this build-up sucks. Bobby Lashley comes out to talk about Sami Zayn. And the crowd was chanting USA. He cut a really good inspirational promo. It's like he's going to be the new Patriot. It's like he's going to be the new John Cena. Pro-American military. And Bobby Lashley, he has, obviously he'd be good for that. I think his father was in the military. He was in the military too, so he's fine for that. He's this pro-USA guy. I wonder if his former manager Donald Trump will make a surprise appearance. Maybe the president, since Lashley was Trump's representative in the hair versus hair match WrestleMania 23 when they cut Vince McMahon's hair and Lashley beat Umaga. So they can't mention Donald Trump because he's a bunch of pussies and all the SJW snowflakes will get pissed off. And I think there's a lot of social justice warrior, liberal bitches, cucks, fat bitches who are WWE fans. And I think there's a lot of common ground. I think there's a lot of social justice warriors who are WWE fans. I think a lot of them freaked out about the Bobby Lashley thing 2 weeks ago with the fake, the men in drag as Lashley's sisters, and they're still freaking out. I think that's still an issue. So I think WWE probably doesn't want to do anything with Trump because all those social justice warrior snowflake bitches, liberal snowflake, globalist garbage socialists are gonna shit their pants. So I think they just can't mention it. But it would be big for Lashley because being associated, you don't have to do this whole thing, make America great again, be a pro-Trump, but you can at least mention Donald Trump because it would help make Bobby Lashley seem like a bigger deal. But this was a better week for Lashley for sure, since the last few weeks have been because this whole run on the main roster so far, his return to WWE has been a huge flop. It's like I don't know. How many interviews? How many times do you have to see Renee Young and Charlie Caruso interview people? I mean, I like Renee and Charlie. They both look good. But, I mean, how do I need to see him interview every fucking wrestler, every damn match? So, Renee Young is in another area, and she's in the area. She's trying to talk to Roman Reigns. It's like, oh my god, I can't take it. This show sucks. It was a fine segment. In the end, it was okay. They went face to face backstage. Them yelling at each other, but it was okay. Next, you have a 6-woman tag. You have Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, Ember Moon against the whole Riot Squad. So this is weird. I guess Bliss is. It makes sense. Those are 3 women who are on Raw, except Natalya. I guess they're all in Money in the Bank. Riot Squad's not in. Is there something for them to do? Why are they? I don't even know why they're teaming up. Sasha and Ember are faces. Alexa is still a heel. I mean, I think Alexa is probably I think she might be the favorite. Her and Natalya. I think it could go to Alexa because they love her so much. They want to give her something, even though she had the belt for a whole year. But I think it could go to Alexa. No way, Sasha. I don't see her, and I don't see Ember at all because she's a face and she's new. She's not someone who gets Money in the Bank. And Natalya is obviously a possibility on Raw. And I don't think any of the SmackDown women are winning, so I think it's Alexa or Natalya. And this match. It's weird. Okay, Bayley comes out to replace Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss fakes an injury. So I guess it does make sense since she's the heel. She faked an injury, and Bayley comes out and she replaces Bliss, and she comes in a match. So I guess Bliss had to fake an injury, and Bayley hits the belly to Bayley, and they win. It's like, all right, Bayley and Sasha is going to continue. Corey Graves makes a joke about Ambien. Obviously, Corey Graves is a liberal, so he wants to get his digs on Roseanne. I hate Corey Graves. He gets on my nerves worse than anybody. I can't stand him, man. He's just there because sympathy. It's like the guy got a concussion. They don't want to get sued, and it just it's God. It sucks. I hate this guy, man. Like he was so good when he started. He's just so fucking annoying now. They have Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle backstage, and this show was fucking garbage. And I don't know why they keep doing this. They're going to give Corbin something to do. He's like the hitman now. I don't know. Maybe he'll be more entertaining, but I mean, the most entertaining I got from Baron Corbin was when he was on Talking Smack, but I'm having like low expectations for this. They show Bayley, Sasha, and Ember celebrating, and Ember was trying to get them to hug it out. Kurt Angle told them Bayley came in a match and got herself disqualified, so I guess Bliss just took Alexa Bliss's spot. Because you can't just take someone's spot. I don't know why the referee counted it, so they're disqualified. It was just so stupid. And then Sasha looks mad at Bayley. This fucking feud continues. No. You know what's going to happen? I guarantee you Bayley's going to come into Money in the Bank, make a run, and screw Sasha. And Sasha's going to look like she's going to win and do something. Oh, my God. It's funny. They show Baron Corbin yelling at John Cone. That was actually kind of funny. They show Big Show on stage with all the Special Olympics people. Again, they're trying to set that up. So main events: Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. As a main event, it's like Balor and Owens. It's fine. I wish this was an NXT, it'd be an awesome match. But as a main event Raw, I'm just kind of bored. It's Houston, Texas. I mean, this is a major city. Can you give us a better show in Houston? For fuck's sakes, you're in fucking Houston. Give them a good show. It's a major markets. Like, you have to phone it in. It's not Corpus Christi. SmackDown's in Corpus Christi. I'm sure that show's going to be awesome. The worst crowd in the whole world, Corpus Christi, Texas. But Houston has a good fan base. A lot of big wrestling fans in Houston. And you're giving them this shitty show. Anyway, Owens and Balor in the main event. Kevin Owens gets disqualified. And then they have Baron Corbin. He's going to be all over the show. Owens and Aaron Owens beat him up. Him and Balor going back and forth. Finn Balor ends it up. He hits the coup de grace. Kevin Owens goes to the top of the ladder, retrieves the briefcase. So Finn Balor's not winning. We know that, and that's how Raw ended. Just not a good show. Just a very boring show. Nothing happened. Complete throwaway show. Just a nothing show.